this is a tricky one. So we're going to start by finding when is f of x equal g of x, and then we're going to go back through our information in the unit circle to decide when is the f of x actually greater than g of x. So let's figure out when are they equal to each other. 2 cosine of x is equal to square root of 2 divided by 2 divided by 2. So let's first start with where is the cosine equal to the square root of 2 over 2? Well, I know that's going to be that 45-degree increment. Now, it's a positive, and so reference angle, when I think about these 4 different reference angles of 45 degrees or pi over 2, the cosines are only positive right here and also right here. So let's just make a quick little number line. Here's 0, and we're just working with cosine. Let's go all the way up to 2 pi. And then I have pi over 4 and 7 pi over 4. So here, there's pi. Okay, so pi over 4 is going to be, here's pi over 2. Hold on here. Here's pi over 2. So here is pi over 4. I know this is when they're equal. This would be 3 pi over 2. And then this would be 7 pi over 4. So think of this as intervals, right? And now I'm going to test. So this is when they're equal, but this doesn't say when are they equal. It says when is f greater than the function g. So let's choose either a value in here or a value out here to figure it out. So ready? Let's get started here. Oh, by the way, it also says the constraints here, so it only goes to 0. But we can include 0. I think 0 is probably the easiest one to work with. So let's try 0. What is the cosine of 0? Well, here's 0. The cosine is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. And I know 2 is greater than the square root of 2. And you're like, well, how do you know that, Miss Bradley? Because the square root of 1 is 1. The square root of 4 is 2, and I know that 2 is, so the square root of 2 and the square root of 3 have to land in between here, which is less than 2. So I know this is a yes. I know that at 0 it works. So 0 up to this point works. So 0 to pi over 4 is going to work. Let's find that. Say 0 to pi over 4, it works. 0 to pi over 4. So I like these two options. And then this should be a no, but I'm going to demonstrate why that's a no. And then this should be a yes. So it's going to be like yes, no, yes, right? It's going to alternate. And then it should be pi over 4 all the way up to 2 pi, but not including it. So pi over 4 all the way up to 2 pi, to 2 pi not including. But let's show here. So let's start with pi, just to demonstrate how it goes yes, no, yes. If I plug in pi, what is the cosine of pi? Well, the cosine of pi is -1. 2 times -1 is -2. And we know that we're trying to find where is f greater than g. We can see that -2 is not greater than a positive. So this would be a no. And then I could choose a value over here and plug it in, and we could see how to be a yes. So yes, no, yes. That's how we end up with D being the correct